All right, moving on in Revit software, we reach the Modify tools. Modify segments contain some items which all the Revit users should definitely be familiar with. All right, first of all, from View, we can click on Tile Window to set multiple views next to each other. All right, we said we are going to talk about Modify segments, so let's see what items we got here. For example, the first useful item that we have is Align. Well, obviously, you can use this item to align different objects. For example, I'm going to go ahead and draw some pipes in this viewport. Multiple pipes, like this. Now, what I want to do here is to set all of these pipes in one course. In other words, I want to align them. So I'm going to select Align, and immediately some options would appear here. Now, first thing that I'm going to do here is to deactivate this option, multiple alignment. If you leave this option activated, all your alignments would work based on your first click. But if you deactivate it, all of them would work separately and one by one. See, like this. And we are able to switch in between the elements by pressing the Tab key. Then we can, for example, select this one and align it with the other object. Or we can continue doing this for other parts, like this. Now, Control Z for now. Then I'm going to go ahead and get some copies. By the way, if you hold the Control key and then use a click drag, you can get a copy, like this. Now, if you go ahead and select Align again, and this time activate this option, multiple alignment. First click would be your base, and then you can easily just click on the rest of the elements. And again, everything would be aligned based on your first align. Based on your first click, I'm sorry. Now again, I'm going to select Align, activate this option, but this time I'm going to select Lock as well. Now, not only they would be aligned, but also you can lock them as well. This means that now we are able to move all the elements, all the aligned elements, all together at the same time. And it doesn't matter which elements you select, everything would move all together. And if you wanted to unlock one of the elements, you can do it easily like this. Now this one would move separately, but the rest, again, would move together. Right, now I'm going to unlock this one, for example. See? But again, this is not a case for the rest of them. All right, another thing that we can do here is we can do a right click on each lock, and then we can use Show Related to find out which element is the base element for this one. For example, here you can easily detect the base element. And as you can see, now I'm going to unlock all the elements. See? All right, moving on. The next item is Move. Well, you can actually guess what it does. You can select the objects and then use Move. Then select a base point and then use that base point to change the location of that object. All right, next item is Copy. Again, you need to select the elements, select the objects first, then select Copy, and then create some copies of the selected objects and move them or set them wherever we want. All right, now I'm going to select all of these objects, then use Delete here to remove all of them, like this. All right, now as another example, I'm going to set a wall here from the first level to the second one. Then from System, and then Plumbing Features, and then from the Plumbing folder, MEP. For example, I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to use space to rotate the imported family, and then I'm going to set it here, for example. All right. Now, let me give you points here. Because our template is a piping template, only the piping families would be displayed completely clearly. And other families would be displayed opaque, or you can say translucent. For example, other families such as walls, floors, windows, doors, and so on. And if you want to have a clear view on all the families, you need to go ahead and set the discipline on coordination. Okay, so for now I'm going to set this back on plumbing. All right. Back here, I'm going to select this family and then click here. Now I'm going to move this a little bit more forward and then change its level code to 3500. Or again, I'm going to select this one, -600. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. And let's say we want or we need multiple families here. We can select this and then use copy. And then we can start adding more families here. And we can use this option to set them all in one course. Okay, so this was another point regarding copy. And let's see what else we talked about. Move. We said that we can select them, for example, and then use move. And then use the base point of the object to move them anywhere that we want. Now let's say we want to have a specific distance between all of these families. So first we need to select measure, then select individual reference, and then select wall face. Now select the face and then select the center point of all the families. And just like this, we would have an equal distance in between all the families. And if we didn't like the distance that we've got, we can always go ahead and modify it. For example, I'm going to set this one on 1 meter. Then up here again, another 1 meter. Now I'm going to select this line, then remove this, and do the same down here. Now it'll be equalized based on this midpoint. Alright, and now we can remove these. So this is how we can use items such as move, copy, and so on. Next item that we got is rotate. To see what it does, let me give you some visual aid. I'm going to select this element here. Oh, and by the way, you can't see these in plan because of our view range actually. So if you want to see these in plan as well, you need to go ahead and from Properties window, find View Range, which is here, and then click on Edit. And then in this window, specify a new view depth, for example, -650. And now our families would be completely visible in our two-dimensional plan as well. Okay, I'm going to select this again, select Rotate. And then again, we need to select a base point. Click on Place first. And then select the base point and then rotate it, for example, by 45 degrees. All right, so this is rotate. Next we have, I forgot, I'm sorry. After you're done with your rotation, you can continue drawing your sketches. All right, next item that we have is trim. We have different types of trim. Okay, let's see what they are. I'm going to go ahead and draw this pipe here and then another one. Right, first item that we have is trim extend to corners, and it'll only trim the corners, for example, like this. As you can see, it'll automatically create some sort of an elbow. Okay, now I'm going to get a copy and move it here. Next item that we have is single elements. To use this, first we need to select a base, and then get on with the trimming. Now this one would automatically create some sort of a connection based on your selected elements. For example, here, it'll create some T shape. Okay, I'm going to draw another pipe. Okay, so a pipe such as this one here, 45 degrees. Down here again, 45 degrees. Then move this a little bit forward. Move this one as well. Then I'm going to remove this one. Then I'm going to set this one straight. Again, another 45 degrees rotation. And yeah, that's it. Next item that we have up here is multiple. we can use this to connect several elements to a base, which is going to be something like this. And yeah, that's it.